Before Wall Street leaves New York, do you know where all the money's heading? I'll give you a hint. It's not Miami. It's definitely not Austin, Texas. There's quite a shift happening in America right now. And that kind of shift that only happens once in a generation. And at the center of it is a city most people never thought would compete with New York. That's Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, I'm not saying Charlotte is the next Wall Street, but if you follow where executives, investors, and high net worth families are moving, you start to see a pattern. And that pattern points south. If you're an investor, a retiree, or just someone watching what's happening in the economy, this episode might change what you think about where to live, where to invest, and where the future of finance in America is actually going. Because what's happening right now in New York, politically, economically, socially, is creating a ripple effect that already is reshaping where money lives. So let's talk about it. Charlotte, North Carolina is already the second largest banking hub in the US, right behind New York City. Bank of America's headquarters are right here. Wells Fargo's East Coast operations, right here. Truist, Fifth Third, Ally Financial, massive footprints here. Unlike New York, where corporate real estate is shrinking and taxes are climbing, Charlotte's expanding. Cost of living, if you live in New York, you're paying roughly 80 to 90% more for the same lifestyle. A $1.2 million apartment in Manhattan can get you a 4,000 square foot luxury home here on Lake Norman. Taxes, New York's top marginal rate is around 10.9%. North Carolina's just about 4.5% and dropping again soon. Quality of life, short commutes, cleaner air, 4 seasons without blizzards. It's a city where you can raise a family, build a business, and still make it home in time for dinner. And that combination of affordability, opportunity, and lifestyle is fueling this new financial migration. Now picture this. You wake up, grab your coffee, and instead of sirens and honking taxis, you're looking over the water on Lake Norman. And you still got your career and connections, but you've gained something money can't buy: breathing room. Charlotte offers that. It's not a downgrade, it's a reallocation of wealth and quality of life. And this isn't just about individuals leaving New York. It's companies, banks, private equity firms, even hedge funds, quietly shifting operations here. Picture the New York skyline at night, those towers and lights. Now picture Charlotte's skyline, smaller today, but growing every year. We're watching the early stages of what New York looked like in the 1980s, except this time, it's built on migration capital, not over-leveraged debt. People are bringing their equity, their investments, their networks here and building a new economy around balance and opportunity. Since 2020, over 20 Fortune 1000 companies have relocated or expanded into North Carolina. Honeywell moved its global HQ to Charlotte. LendingTree, Lowe's, Duke Energy, Truist, it's all here. Fintech startups and crypto infrastructure firms are coming too. They can attract top talent without Silicon Valley rent or New York wages. The U.S. Census Bureau ranks North Carolina number 3 for net inbound migration, more people moving in than leaving, most of them high-income earners. Remote work made it possible to keep your New York job and live here. That's why executives are asking, why am I paying $12,000 a month for a shoebox when I can own a lakefront property for the same cost? Wealth follows comfort and logic, and right now the path leads south. So why should you care? Because wealth concentration creates opportunity. Where banks go, jobs go. Where jobs go, housing markets rise. And when housing markets rise, so does your equity. Charlotte is growing responsibly and sustainably and is still early. Think of it like the IPO stage of a boomtown. Established foundation, huge upside. If you can position yourself whether as an investor, business owner, or retiree, you're stepping into a market that's proven but still undervalued. Now, let me bring this closer to home. I was a Marine stationed at Camp Lejeune from 1998 to 2002. After that, I lived in Redondo Beach, California, a beautiful place, but busy, expensive, and honestly a grind. When my family and I moved to North Carolina, it wasn't because of Wall Street or corporate opportunity. It was for balance. Shorter commutes, friendlier people, more spaces to breathe, and live life on our own terms. And if you're thinking about making a move, that's the real win. You should measure, not just dollars and cents, but peace and time. You can build wealth anywhere, but you can't buy back years of your life. And that's what moving to North Carolina gave me. So before Wall Street finishes its move south, maybe it's time to go ahead of the curve, because what's coming isn't just a geographic shift. It's a generational wealth migration. People are redefining what financial success looks like and where it lives. Charlotte, North Carolina is right at the center of that. If you're considering relocating, investing, or just exploring what life could look like, right here, just reach out. Call us 704-234-7449 or check out the other videos on the channel, and we'll show you neighborhoods, cost of living breakdowns, and insider tips you won't find anywhere else. Because in this new chapter of America's economy, those who move first often win big. And thanks for watching. And before you go, watch the next video right here on the pros and cons of moving to North Carolina. You'll want to see that before you make your next move.